doorway to nightmare. Come in. Welcome. I'm your host, Artemis Black. In 1818, a novel was published anonymously in London when the author was only 20 years old. Her name appeared on the second edition, which was published in Paris in 1821, and has been heralded as the first science fiction story. The author was Mary Shelley, and her creation, the modern Prometheus, or by its more common name, Frankenstein, has never been forgotten.
What? Where am I?
It's okay. You are safe.
I got lost. I was hiking and somehow... I don't know.
Here, drink this. You are dehydrated.
Thank you. I'm Amelia Dearborn.
Can get you back to your camp, or the highway, whichever you prefer.
You saved my life. Don't I even get to know your name?
We can head out in the morning. There is some food beside you if you are hungry.
You had it so dark in here. Where are we? It's like some kind of a cave.
It is my home.
What is your name?
My father never gave me a name.
But he must have. What did they call you growing up?
They only called me Monster.
Storm seems to be getting stronger.
It should pass in about an hour.
I've always been just a little scared of thunder, lightning storms in general. It's so silly. At least I have you to protect me. Why won't you let me see your face?
I have my reasons.
I'm sure that it is a nice face. Are you afraid that I may see it and instantly fall in love with you? We could set up housekeeping in this cave. It would be so romantic.
Storm is starting to die down. We should be able to head out soon.
Please, though, allow me to see what you look like.
Why is it so important to you?
Because I want to remember the person who saved me.
I'm saving you now. I'm saving you from the horror that is my face.
I don't believe you. I'm sure that it is quite a handsome face.
It is a face that was born in hell.
It can't be that bad. I know your heart is good. Otherwise, you would have left me out there to die. So please, let me see your face.
No! You are a good person, Amelia. I don't want you to remember a monster.
I can't believe that. You are no more a monster than some of the people I've met in my career. So, come on, let me see it.
I said no.
I bet that you have very kind eyes. A slight pout for a mouth.
No!
I bet your hair is long, black, full of curls. Something I could just run my hands through.
I said no!
And a beautiful nose. Very regal. High cheekbones that give your face a very royal look.
Do you really want to see it? Do you want to gloat on the ugliness, the horror? Then behold, look upon me. Feast your eyes. Run. Scream into the night about the monster.
Khalil Gibran said, "Beauty is not in the face, but a light in the heart." I'll be back with Act 2 shortly. The actress Audrey Hepburn once said, "For beautiful eyes, look for the good in others. For beautiful lips, speak only words of kindness. For poise, walk with the knowledge that you are never alone."
You have kind eyes. Eyes that have seen pain and suffering.
Do you not want to run away, screaming in terror?
Why would I do something silly like that?
You are a most remarkable woman.
No more remarkable than anyone else. Some would say that I am a very hard woman.
Why would anyone say that?
Oh, I don't know. I am a defense attorney, so I try to see the good in everyone, even though they may be guilty of some crime.
So why would you defend them if you knew that they were guilty?
Because that is my job. I mean, everyone, no matter who it is considered innocent until proven guilty.
I have never been innocent. I was born, or rather made, evil.
I don't believe that in the least. No one is born evil.
I was created by insanity in the very bowels of hell.
For someone created, you are extremely articulate.
It took some time to become that way.
So what is your name? I mean, who are you?
You would not believe me.
Yes, I would.
Have you ever read a book titled Frankenstein?
By Mary Shelley? Yeah, once in college.
So you only know part of the story. I mean, how she wrote the book.
That has been discussed for many years. Some hold that it was a particularly frightening nightmare that she had, while others say that she saw a face in the window, and it inspired her to write the story.
I was the face in the window.
You do realize how impossible that is.
Nevertheless, it is true. I was the one Mary saw.
But that was over 200 years ago. You can't be that old, or even alive.
And yet, here I stand before you, the monster created by a mad genius and then thrown away.
So, what you are saying, the book Frankenstein is actually...
My life story.
It's so... impossible!
I saw Mary and the others arrive at the mansion. They were all so young, idealistic. I watched them from the woods with envy. How I wanted to join them, to be human. But I dared not.
Because of the way you looked.
Yes, I was afraid, but not so fearful as to at least catch a glimpse through the window of this beautiful woman.
Love at first sight?
I suppose you could call it that. Mary was the most beautiful woman that I had ever seen. One night, I decided to get a closer look at this woman who had entranced me.
And that was when she saw you.
Yes, but what no one knows is that she came to look for me.
And she found you?
Yes, she did. I tried to hide my ugliness from her, just as I tried with you.
So what you're telling me is that there really was a Victor Frankenstein who created a man out of parts of humans?
Yes, I really was.
But you died at the end, along with Victor. And your revenge against him, killing his fiancée, the child?
Do you believe everything that you read?
I wouldn't be much of a defense attorney if I did.
Part of the story is true. Victor created me and then discarded me as a failed experiment. I was angry. I wanted revenge against him, but I never killed anyone.
So what happened?
I hunted Victor, but he eluded me. I followed him to America, but eventually lost him. I stayed hidden from people, living like an animal.
Sounds like you still want revenge.
I found out Victor did indeed have a family here.
And if you ever found one of these descendants, what would you do?
That is the trouble with revenge. It rarely satiates the appetite. I would want to know if my story, my true story, was ever handed down.
Perhaps I could help you with that.
The old saying goes that when you seek revenge, dig 2 graves, one for yourself. I'll return shortly with Act 3. There is a wonderful mythical law of nature that the 3 things we crave most in life, happiness, freedom, and peace of mind, are always attained by giving them to someone else, wrote Peyton Conway March. And hasn't that always been the way of the world?
First, we have to give you a name. Now let's see. How about John? No. Too plain. You're definitely not plain. Joe? No, same reason. What do you call yourself?
One time I called myself Legion.
I get it! Because you were made from many parts.
I never found it to be funny.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. Okay, so let's come up with a name. How about... Oh, wait! I've got it! The perfect name. Are you ready?
I'm not sure.
Adam! We shall call you Adam. Don't you see? You are the first, so your name should be Adam.
I do like it. Amelia, why are you doing this?
Perhaps it is because you saved my life. I would have died out there, lost in the forest. Or maybe it's because I see a good man who needs my help now.
You seem to be the kind of person that likes to help others. You remind me of that blind man.
You mean there really was a blind man?
He was kind to me. Without eyes, he could not judge me on my ugliness. He taught me to read, to speak, to know kindness.
But his family...
That was all Mary Shelley's doing.
I didn't mean to imply... I mean... Oh, forget it.
No. Forgive me. I shouldn't lash out at you. We should be heading towards the highway.
Yes, we really should. We have quite a bit of work ahead of ourselves.
What sort of work?
Well, we must do all of this the legal way, which means you have to have a birth certificate, social security number.
And how would I get such things?
Oh, believe me, there are ways.
I was created, not born. And what will I do for money? No, Amelia. I have hidden myself from the world for far too long to change now.
But the world has changed. Are you afraid of what people will say about your face?
Partially, yes. You have no idea the kind of pain that is caused to see little children scream and run in terror from you, to hear men shout and curse you to never know the love of a woman. No, I can never go back.
But people are not like that anymore. According to you, you have lived over 200 years. You don't get out much, do you? But seriously, though, times have changed. People have changed.
Have they? You wouldn't even believe me if I told you.
Did I run screaming into the night?
No, you didn't.
Adam, I have a plan. I want to show you how different the world is now.
The world may be different, but humans will never change.
Then let me prove it to you. Come with me. Let me show you that you can be human. That you can be a man.
I'm afraid, Amelia. Not for myself, but for you.
That's a very human thing to be, Adam.
As Amelia looks into the eyes of Adam, she sees the fear. She touches his hand gently and leads him to the outside world. I'll be back shortly. Mary Shelley described Frankenstein's monster as an 8-foot-tall, hideously ugly creature with translucent yellowish skin pulled so taut over the body that it, quote, barely disguised the workings of the vessels and muscles underneath, end quote. The monster had watery, glowing eyes, flowing black hair, black lips, and prominent white teeth. Shelley also described the monster as emotional and attempting to fit into human society, but being shunned, which leads him to seek revenge against Frankenstein. Our cast included Mick Davis and Crimson McKenzie. The story was edited by Crimson McKenzie and directed by Winslow Swan. And now a preview of Part 2 of The Trials of Frankenstein.
Oh yes, I know exactly who you are and what you are.
If you do know, then what do you want of me?
What does any great scientist want? To gain knowledge, my friend.
And you think that you can learn something from me?
Oh, I am positive that I can learn everything from you.
This is Artemis Black, inviting you to return with us through the doorway to Nightmare for another adventure into the terrifying world of your imagination. Until next time, slumber peacefully.
Epilogue. The butler did it.